Good morning. Today we will do question answers of first chapter of book Our Past, part third, part 2, textbook textbook in history for class 8th. Question number 1, what kinds of cloth had a large market in Europe? Answer is cotton and silk textiles had a huge market in Europe. Question number 2, what is jamdani? Answer number 2, jamdani is a vividly patterned sheer cotton fabric traditionally woven on a handloom by craftspeople and apprentices around Dhaka. Jamdani textile combine design with muted or vibrant colors and finished garments are highly breathable. Question number 3, what is bandhana? Answer number 3 is bandhana is a bright colored cloth produced through a method of dyeing and tying. Bandhana was derived from the word bandhana, which means tying in Hindu. Any brightly printed and colored scarf for the head or neck is now called bandhana. Question number 4, who are the Agaria? 4. Answer 4 is the Agaria were an Indian community of iron smelters. They declined rapidly after the import of English steel in India was promoted during the 20th century. Exercise number 5, fill in the blanks. The word chins come from the Hindi word chint, Chhint. B. Tipu's sword was made of dash steel, woods, WWTZ. C. India's textile exports declined in the dash century. It's 19th century. Let's discuss exercise. Question number 6. How do the names of different textiles tell us about their histories? We can find this answer in this paragraph. Word tell us histories. European traders first encountered fine cotton cloth from India carried by Arab merchants in Mosul in present-day Iraq. So they began referring to all finely woven textile as muslin. So muslin, this word comes from Mosul. Okay. A word that acquired wide currency. When the Portuguese first come to India in search of spices, they landed in Calicut on the Kerala coast in southwest India. The cotton textiles which they took back to Europe along with the spices came to be called calico, derived from the Calicut, and subsequently calico became the general name of all cotton textiles. Question number 7. Why did the wool and silk producers in England protest against the import of Indian textiles in the early 18th century? Answer number 7. The wool and silk producers in England protested against the import of the Indian textile in the early 18th century because they were worried by the popularity of Indian textile. Question number 8. How did the development of cotton industries in Britain affect textile producers in India? Answer is till the end of the 18th century, the world trade was dominated by Indian textiles. Second, worried by the popularity of Indian textiles, silk and wool makers in the England began protesting against the impact of Indian cotton textile by the early 18th century. Third point is, in England, textile industries had just started to develop during this time. And fourth point is, by preventing the entry of Indian textiles, England producers wanted a secure market in England as they were unable to compete with Indian textiles. Question number 9. Why did the Indian iron smelting industry decline in the 19th century? Question number 9. Import of steel ingots from Britain gradually led to a decline of the Indian iron smelting industry in the 19th century. The New Forest Law were also responsible for this because finding wood and charcoal was becoming more difficult. New Forest Law also restricted the smelters access to iron ore mines. Question number 10. What problems did the Indian textile industry face in the early years of its development? Answer number 10. Competition from imported goods. Being to early years of development, the Indian textile industry found of difficult to compare with the cheap textile imported from Britain. Question number 11. What helped TISCO expand steel production during the First World War? Answer is the government assisted TISCO in the way its steel production. Also, the government awarded TISCO contracts to supply steel award.